Good afternoon. Good afternoon. The point is motion detectors. So what is motion detector? Motion detector is a device that detects a moving object, particularly people. So such a device is often integrated as a component of a system that automatically perform a task or alert a user of motion in an area. So they form a vital component of security, automated lighting control, home control, energy efficiency and other useful systems. So motion detectors have found a wide use in domestic and commercial applications. So activating automatic door openers in a business and public buildings, smart lighting systems, burglar alarm that is used to alert the homeowner. So activating automatic door opener in business and public building, smart lighting system, burglar alarm which is used to alert the homeowner or security service, and a security camera. So there are several types of motion detection area in a wide use. The one is passive infrared. So passive infrared sensors are sensitive to a person's skin temperature through emitted black body radiation at mid-infrared wavelength in contrast to the background object at a room temperature. Then no energy is emitted from the sensor, thus the name passive infrared, and this distinguishes it from the electric eye, for the instance in which the crossing of person or vehicle interrupts a visible or infrared beam. Then the next, microwave. So these detect the motion through the principle of Doppler radar, and these are similar to a radar speed gun. A continuous wave of microwave radiation is emitted and a phase shift in the reflected microwave due to the motion of an object towards or away from the receiver result in a heterodyne signal at low audio frequency. Then ultrasonic. An ultrasonic wave, sound at frequency higher than a human ear can hear. It is emitted and the reflection from the nearby objects are received. So exactly as in the Doppler radar, the heterodyne detection of the received field indicates the motion. The detected Doppler shift is also at low audio frequencies. Since the ultrasonic wavelength of around centimeter, it is similar to the wavelength which is used in microwave motion detector. So the detected Doppler shift is also at low audio frequency, since the ultrasonic wavelength of around a centimeter is similar to the wavelength which is used in microwave motion detector. So one potential drawback of ultrasonic sensor is that the sensor can be sensitive to a motion in the areas where the coverage is undesired. So for instance, due to the reflection of sound wave around the corner, such extended coverage may be desirable for a lighting control. So where the goal is the detection of any occupancy in an area, but for opening an automatic door, for example a sensor selective to traffic in the path towards the door is superior. So what is the main purpose of motion detector? The main purpose is that to sense an intruder and send an alert to a control panel which alerts the monitoring center. The sensors work when you are not at home or when you tell the system you are not there. So some security system can be programmed to record events via a security camera when motion is detected. The motion sensors stand a guard ready to react to various situations such as a movement in the living room, windows or door being opened or closed. The motion sensor can alert in the event that a teen breaks curfew, the trigger or doorbell when someone approaches the front door, the alert when the kids enter the restricted areas in the home like the basement, workout room or the medicine cabinet. It also saves the energy by using a motion sensor lighting in unoccupied spaces. So notify that if the pets enters the areas where they are not supposed to be. The video camera software. So with the glorification of low-cost digital camera able to shoot the video, it is possible to use the output of such a camera to detect the motion in its field of view using software. And this solution is particularly attractive when the intent is to record the video triggered by the motion detection, as no hardware beyond the camera and the computer is needed. Since the observed field may be normally illuminated, this may be considered another passive technology. Then gesture detector. The photo detectors and the infrared lighting elements can support a digital screens to detect a hand motion and gesture with the aid of machine learning algorithms. So one of the most commonly used motion detector is PIR sensor. These sensors are widely used in motion detecting devices. So PIR sensors detect infrared heat radiations and it can be used to detect the presence of living objects that emit infrared heat radiation. The PIR sensor is split into two slots. The two slots are connected to a differential amplifier. Whenever a stationary object is in front of the sensor, the two slots receive the same amount of radiation and output is 0. Whenever moving object is in front of the sensor, one of the slot receive the more radiation than the other slot, and this makes the output swing high or low. And this change in the output voltage is the result of detection of motion. So the types of motion sensor. The passive infrared, we have already seen this passive infrared that detects the body heat, that is infrared energy. The passive infrared sensors are the most widely used motion in home security system. So when the system is armed, the motion sensors are activated. Once the sensor warms up, it can detect the heat and movement in the surrounding areas and creating a protective grid. If a moving object blocks too many grid zones and the infrared energy level changes rapidly, the sensors are tripped. Then microwave is also, we have already seen the microwave part already completed. Then dual technology motion sensor, they have combined the features in an attempt to reduce the false alarm. For example, a passive infrared sensor could be combined with a microwave sensor, since each operates in a different areas of the spectrum and one is passive and one is active. Then area reflective type, it emits infrared rays from an LED. So using the reflection of those rays, the sensor measures the distance to the person or the object and detect if the object is within the designated area. Then ultrasonic, already seen. Vibration, it detects the vibration and can be purchased or easily made at home. The homemade vibration sensor uses a small mass on the lever, which is activated by a switch to an alarm when it vibrates. So homemade motion sensor can work, but they can also be unreliable. So now the interfacing. Now a PIR, that is motion sensor, provide an output in the form of 0 and 1. The output is connected to P3.5 pin. If object detected, the output of this sensor will be 1, that is high. So it will turn LED on, which is connected to P2. Now the interfacing diagram is shown here. And the program for interfacing is given. So this circuit will read the status of the output of PIR sensor and switch on the LED when there is a motion detected, and switch off the LED when there is no motion detected. And the output of the pin PIR sensor is connected to port 3.5 pin of 8051. So resistor R1 and capacitor C1 and push button switch S1 form the reset circuit. And capacitors C3 and C4 and crystal capacitor are associated with the oscillator circuit. C2 is decoupling capacitor. LED connected through the port 2.0 of the microcontroller. Transistor Q1 is used for switching the LED. Resistor R2 limits the base current for the transistor, and R3 limit the current through the LED. This is interfacing program. Thank you.